street, oh. I'm on show me some movie. I'm Rado. Mommy, yeah. Take them to the street, oh.
You won't believe some cigars on my way. Tina me speeding if I be bia don't tell. Sikadam, tide bia na mena. Dante papa chenga na mena. Sikadam, tide bia na mena. Nyami to me page a grab a shana matam. Ye piano buy nya kakayenda. The dream is big, I got to make it sweet, Mirna. Ye piano buy nya kakayenda. The dream is big, I got to make it sweet, Mirna. Ye piano buy nya kakayenda. The dream is big, I got to make it sweet, Mirna.
Yo, that's me dream is an elephant. Me sana me na ye me militant. It drown upon me to go kwa drop alumia and you made a jerry kind. I'm a swa. Doctor, you may use when I deswa and yasam ketwa. And I do a madame honey, a first will be there and as a mamma, one and a boy. Ha, never a man will pick a cancer me a bank manager until you plant a mensa. Metunisia, when I saw some from Manfam calculation, and quay so why a cabin. Count me hours, I'm counting me zeros. Chance of a person, you make me hero. Spend the dollars, I'm saving me heroes. So free, yes, and a JC to beat me.
You won't believe some cigars on my way. Tina me speeding if I be bia don't tell. Sikadam, tide bia na mena. Dante papa chenga na mena. Sikadam, tide bia na mena. Nyami to me page a grab a shana matam. Ye piano buy nya kakayenda. The dream is big, I got to make it sweet, Mirna. Ye piano buy nya kakayenda. The dream is big, I got to make it sweet, Mirna. Ye piano buy nya kakayenda. The dream is big, I got to make it sweet, Mirna.
Yo, you're listening to the truth.
Corner Radio.
Says I'm a fancy for complaining, says see back up relaxing. Because chef Frank for take a crack or Jim and he share my chillaxing. You must see music Babylon and let's try and so someone I say. Yes, someone wants some boy winning and coupon when you say. Obi fan can come up from Kwamo Poku or resell my ye. Nah, feast in a mention of woman when I make a back to fee. Yeah, no for me number my empty and for checking room on the cash out. Now me the work access bank to be me figures and so the other passing out. Cruising the best on the daily Camaro, no media checking me about lady. Obi say I then a debia make us cause I'm more rap we crazy. Ayana will call YouTube crush a bad man, no media say me yabia me nipa. A jaben yanim was here and say who favorite rapper Nisika, who favorite me whom ya would tumrika, Sika the bread yabia me tuminda. Verse and everybody and Washington means with a rock from Spitya me kuminipa. MC Sabako but still me what top. Who were Jumaya who tia me job. Obi will say why you gradiana we will top pressure as I say my friend God. We the hustle against poverty. Yamene sheme so far prophecy. Nyama pamenya was as so amen kasanyene na me better property. Social media tia kwada ketwa bia na wo beka fo ache mpanyifo. Media wudi matema hwe me de ubi menya celebo me ye bayifo. Omo me do mo ye machidifo. Ahemfu chinya no ye nidiswo. Ti say ya wan wasanya me hwe me say ya wo bo me say me ye nkunimdifo. Shout out to Mama supporting me since 2011. Mom ra me je tom tom. Mon show me life is a show be on Netflix. Tina say na jori wo popcorn. Shout out to Kobe ne Desmond. FIFA no mo ye me first born. O say kwa me that's my motivation. Ti enche bia me say do a best point. Yolo wo bi bre me panash.
I saw my gang here cool. Boys ne hard here cool. Step on set, one fight that somebody a joy you cool. For my G's, yeah.
Corner Radio.
Fire! Yeah.
Corner Radio.
Huh? Yo.
I love Chris Rich.
I don't want to lose my bros. Young bull coming, I'm dealing with goats, yeah. One test, I feel. Getting my packs and building my bones, yeah. On the road coming, you found back up, me, I know we coming. Young bull tracks, I'm killing your dummies. Went to me for this, that time coming. Yeah, I'm on guard. Wishing the grave for my dogs. That I remember, but I feel got lost on my guard. Yeah, I know I saw to me more. Mr. Shah said this space got me lost. So I done for them motherland. Got plans in another land. Big stacks, try run for it, but the land. Got rings, I go hard on niggas, I'm better than roll. African boy with a big drip. Yeah, I grind for the big pick. Put more mess like I'm a big fish. Big stage G with the day one stop this. Get it. Spinner. Grind for the money, not girls, no hoes. Came out the food and 10 so gold. My mom made it, see I'm gold. Hey. Yeah, I'm making mama. Yeah, I'm making mama. Yeah, I'm making mama. Mama, yeah, I'm making mama. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, that's alright.
Yo, yeah. Big Mac on the remix. You don't live the life, you just dream it.
it. Don't mind them boys, they don't mean it. If I slap your face, you're gonna feel it. Slide in the middle like Grealish. My next six bigger than my previous. Red lights looking all greenish. Fake niggas call me blood, I get squeamish. The boys just way too bossy. Double platinum from Vossi. 5 times double platinum, get them off me, yeah. I'm a real foul youth like Joffrey. I am the king, nobody can't stop me. See when I get the job done, that's I was cooling, I was resting. But this year, next year, I'm on the next thing. Master my flow and my style to perfection. Tell the truth and it sounds complexing. Big Mike, my fam call me Junior. My bad, I should've pulled up sooner. Look in my eyes, see Kwame and Nkrumah. That's a real presidential black man. Real revolution starter. And I ball like the youths in Barca. Bare chest thing when I walk through Ghana. And I don't do beef, I do karma. I swear we're the last ones left. The man them love cuff, cuff, queff. And anywhere I see you dons in the flesh, just know that I can't let you go like Steph.
Good evening to everybody out there. So where we go stop? If we start from 0, then we are heading to hero.
I think I'm a hero. R.I.P. Biggie, I'm learning from Diddy, you niggas be emo. Black boy, then they find me like.
We're live in the studios of Corner Radio in Accra, Newtown, opposite the Echo Bank.
Why you they move like a bad bitch? I did bantama with savages. That bro, I said come.
Today marks the 19th day of the month, February 2022.
We're
almost saying bye-bye to the month of February. Welcoming the month of March. Let's say the month of Ghana.
I still know the fuck with the other side. I still right with my bros. For all of my niggas.
You know how we always do it on every blessed Saturday on the Street Vibe Show? This is the only show that make you feel the street way. So when I say the Street Vibe Show, all I want you guys out there to say is the street can do. The Baba Sorry Ayenwu. Street hustlers, the Baba Sorry Ayenwu. I go by the name Street Lord Official, aka the Swag Don Dada, alias the Ghetto Youth Journalist. So wherever you are, just make your day with me. As today we are gonna analyze things into details about who should be blamed. Tell you what we are facing right now in Ghana, what you are facing on the streets right now. Who is supposed to be blamed? Who is to be blamed? Before we finish the program, you get to know who we should blame. I want to say, as a proud street boy, as a proud ghetto boy, I know what is going on in the ghettos. I know what is going on in the streets. I know how it takes to be when you are a street hustler. I know how you feel when you speak and nobody listens to you. I know how it is when you have the motive of doing something better, but you don't get the chance or you don't get the needed attention. So whenever I'm talking about the street hustlers, I'm talking from experience.
Bad man, hit me so bad, nigga do you so many times feel bullshit thinking, negative thinking. Jaja pull up fresh show. Global thinkers, me let the joke. Beat your lads for another love blow. That bet 2 verses stood up and blow. Sounds my drug code, nigga so bad, don't drop pros on go. When do I tank with check? When do I tank with trap pros on go? When do I tank with me name is Gang Joy, yeah, we grind for that.
Yeah, me name is Gang Joy, we are grinding for that 10 and 24/7. We're gonna keep on grinding till we get that 10.
Hold up, question some make hold up. Don't go bow at you, what the bad that's flow, can't quench my flow, can't quench my flow. I want them like side niggas we bold. They keep my shot, then I run for my gold. Bama my shit, hey, what you nigga show? Penny my candles, yeah, I'm in my mood, yeah, I'm in my mood. Getting my titles, yeah, I'm in the boo, yeah, I'm in the boo. Penny my candles, yeah, I'm in my mood, yeah, I'm in the mood. Getting my titles, yeah, I'm in the boo, yeah, I'm in the boo. Yeah, me name is Gang Joy, yeah, we grind for that thing, yeah, we grind for that thing. Yeah, me name is Gang Joy, yeah, we grind for that thing, yeah, we grind for that thing.
Indeed, yeah, me name is Gang, yeah, Joy, every blessed day we are grinding for that 10. So you don't want to listen to me. I told you earlier on, before we finish this program today, you will get to know who you should blame.
Me and I'm bro, a friend before. Remember I'm a mission with you. Saw me with a big boy, so say my dream. Me and I'm in
Bobby Sammy sent me my dream, me and I'm in bro. This is from the man y'all talk. Entitled My Ex.
We saw me say what fame and that ben I'm about. Although you won't me back. When I'm crossing me back.
This show is proudly sponsored by Primata Groups of Company, Asma Global Limited, Hair Affairs Saloon, Solar Shoes and Wear, Unique Bakery and Deco. Then we have Harlem Brig International School. I'm always proud to call myself a hustler, and I know you're the one watching me right now. You're also proud to call yourself a hustler. I always say, whenever I come here to talk about Street Vibes Show, I don't just come here to give facts, but I come here to give facts and proof. Because I've been on the street before, I've hustled on the street before, I've been on the hot sun before, I've been in the ghetto before, and I know how it takes to be in the ghetto. I know how it takes to be on the street. I know how it takes when you voice out and nobody listening to you. I know how painful it is when you have the right, but just because you're on the street, nobody gives you attention. I know how it takes when you're a good person, but just because you're on the street, they tag you to be someone who imitates violence.
1995, I really got no time for love.
So whenever I'm on this show, I always say I'm very comfortable because this is my lane. I know what I'm saying and I know what I've seen.
Platinum plug and popping bread when I'm making moves. I really got no.
So today, before I'll end this show, you'll get to know who we should blame of whatever is happening currently in the streets. Or whatever the citizens, or let me say the young kids, are facing today. So before we finish this program, you and I will all get to know who we should blame and why we should blame them. If you've never lived on the street, if you've never witnessed any street life, if you've never lived in the ghetto, if you've never witnessed any ghetto life, it's very difficult for you to understand those people. Life on the street, my brother, my sister, it's never easy. And many people on the street are not bad people. I always say this every blessed day. Just because we fail to interpret what the street is saying or what the ghetto youth are saying, they will feel like they are all bad people. Not everybody in the ghetto smokes weed. Not everybody in the ghetto takes alcohol. And nobody is in the ghetto who is there because of his or her own willing, but situations carry them there. So today, before we finish this program, you will get to know who should be blamed and who not to be blamed.
Getting my packs and building my bones, yeah. On the road coming, you found back up, me know we coming.
I go by the name Street Lord Official, aka the Ghetto Youth Journalist, alias the Sock Don Dada.
I remember the feel got lost, oh my God. Yeah, I know I saw to me more.
And this is your one and only Part to Part show, the only show that accepts the view of the street hustler.
Go rings, I go hard and niggas and better than whoa.
So if you're a street hustler watching me right now, if you're a hustler watching me right now, you can just drop your message.
Grind for the money, not girls to host.
Because today we are gonna do the street talk on the Street Vibe Show. We're gonna do the hustlers talk on the Street Vibe Show. This is the only show that gives the street the opportunity to voice out their grievances.
Corner Radio.
Big Mac on the remix.
The Baba sorry I young woo. Hustlers you have to stand up.
If I slap your face, you're
and no one can silence us.
Do like Greeley.
Ya bana ya ba.
Begin my pre.
Ya bana ya ba.
Looking all green and
Ye pia bonta ko hwehwe sika ba fie. So whenever we are out there, we are hustling just to get our own daily bread.
Platinum, get them off me, yeah.
And just that the system we are running doesn't favor us.
I'm the king, nobody can't stop me. See when I get the job done, that's I was cooling, I was resting. But this year, next year, I'm on the next thing. Master my flow, my style to perfect.
Nobody on the street is a monster,
Flexing.
or nobody on the street is a beast.
Yeah,
people on the street also have feelings.
See,
they also have emotions. They think like you think.
Revolution starter, and I ball like the youths in Barca.
And people on the street are never useless people.
You beef, I do karma.
They wish they could have been like you. But just that they couldn't get the opportunity you have today. That's why they've ended their life on the streets. So don't look at any street hustler and call the fellow a useless person. Don't look at anybody hustling on the streets who don't have a better place to sleep and call the fellow good for nothing. They are never good for nothing. They wish they could have been like you. But just that they couldn't get the thing you have gotten to be like you. That's why today you see them on the street. That's why today you see them doing nasty jobs. No, that was not what they intended to do in future. But just because the situation couldn't favor them, what they needed they couldn't get it. That's why today they are on the street doing all those things. You can see them and call them the nasty workers.
Tough times at this my still tag like 10 toes.
We have good people on the street. Not everybody on the street is a monster. Not everybody on the street is a gangster. Not everybody on the street is a wicked person. But we have people who know how to laugh and care. I always say if you want the best place to see how people love one another, how people care for one another, is from the ghetto and from the streets. The only place when I have one city, I buy food one city and we all eat it together. The only place when you wake up every blessed day, you think about yourself and think about your brother. This is the ghetto or the streets. Big ups to my DJ, the man behind me, DJ Roof G, who is giving us all the music in the background. And DJ, I always like your tune. Whenever I'm on the youth agenda, I always love it because I always have the motive that the youth are the next generation. And we need to stand up tall, stand for the truth, fight for our own rights. And when we are able to get our own rights, and we are able to fight for the truth, that's where we make the next generation comfortable for us, and the next kid to be born. Indeed, the Bible sorry I am. So if you are watching me right now, if you are listening to me right now, just drop your message. Without wasting much time, let me just step into the program. And we'll start the discussions. Who should be blamed and who not to be blamed? You see, I want to say one thing. I believe no youth in Ghana here is a lazy person. The youths are never lazy. But just that, the system we are running is not favoring the youth. When you always say the youth are lazy, I never buy it. Whenever someone say the youth are lazy, I never understand those people. Go to Circle right now and see the number of youth out there hustling so hard to get their daily bread. Just move to any region at all in Ghana. Move to the market and see the number of youth there hustling to get their daily bread. So why should you say the youth are lazy? My brother, no youth is ever lazy. The youth are putting up all their effort to get their daily bread, but the system we are running is not favoring the youth. So whoever is blaming the youth of Ghana to be lazy, I think you have to analyze your points very well, because there's nothing that shows that the youth of Ghana are lazy. But the system, the Ghanaian system we are running is rather making our youth not to get what they are aiming for. Karambani Emmanuel has dropped his message and he says sounds again. Oh, big ups to you, Karambani Emmanuel. We just want to get it, we don't want to trouble. Mushlam Salamat has also dropped a message and she's also saying nice. Big ups to you. Laura has also dropped his own and he's also saying nice. Big ups to you too. I said Karambari Emmanuel, he was my general prefect back in senior high school. This guy was very, very disciplined and very, very strict. Right now he's now working in one of Ghana's biggest banks in Salaga. They said I told him already, Charlie bro, may I have years scout. If you are in the banking sector, you are those controlling our money. Those in the banks, you are those controlling Ghana's economy. So Karambani Emmanuel, wherever you are, drop a blog and I'm in forward. The Baba when the leaders are not ready to listen to us, we will keep on sharing our mind. I will keep on telling them our mind till they break, till the day they will listen to us, till the day they will put up good measures. We just want to get it, we don't want to trouble. Amunya Kaya Dano Sia Teso. Remember Pia Bontina show guys on work hustling for their own daily bread. So you, Mr. Politician, you parliamentarian, when you come out there and say, hey, the youth are lazy, I don't think you've analyzed things very well. DJ Roof G is also saying keep it up. He's saying on point, bro. Big ups to you, DJ Roof G. Karambani Emmanuel is also saying more Vimo. Big ups to you, Karambani Emmanuel. DJ Joe. Say I now smoothie I set up. Now 3 motion show.
This year,
you know, one time I always keep on asking myself a whole lot of questions. We have about 72 MPs in Parliament from 72 constituencies. And to be frank, we should be sincere to ourselves. How many MPs came on power? Then they just invested their money into businesses just to employ the youth. Not from what the government is doing, but from their own pockets. So no, let's put up this structure to train our youth so that one day they also get handwork. I know others are doing, but if every MP in every constituency is doing such a thing, do you think today we complain of unemployment? We are saying one district, one factory. Yes, we can put up the buildings, but to see how the factories will work, that's another problem. We can use thousands of billions to create one factory, but when we don't get the good people or people with the techniques to be in that factory, the factory will never going to be productive. And we don't need big factories before Ghana can be productive. That's the truth. We can bring out mini factories. As I always say every blessed day, we don't need big factories before we can employ people. We can come out with small factories. At least employ 10 people for the first time. When the 10 people start producing or the factory is now productive, we can now expand the factory, and now from 10 we'll now pick 20, and from 20 we'll pick 30. This is how we'll do to enlarge our factories. But we are saying, factory kakraka, so that we'll pay people about 500. We can pick the 500 workers, but how will we pay the 500 workers? When we don't pay the workers well, do you think the factory can produce? Because when you don't make those working feel comfortable, how will they get that mandate to also increase the productivity of the family? I said the family, the factory.
I got the light, but we be popping, we be chilling, we go high. Got me so more, got my ass tonight.
So if you say we've put our factories and the factories have collapsed, Mr. Politician, I don't think the workers are to be blamed, but you, the politicians, are supposed to be blamed. Yes! Because when you move to the foreign countries, they don't just start factory one day. Next we are employing 1,000 people to start working in the factory. Charlie, who told you we do things that way? I always tell you this about Toyota company. That today the whole part of the world you can find Toyota company. Toyota company started as someone's warehouse. Warehouse keke. Nice. Not the part 2 pay nation say with Toyota company. Only 2 people. They started putting up machines to mobilize or put assembly cars. Small. They started adding people to the company, and now the company started to produce much. Then they decided, no, so far as the company is producing, let's use the money we are generating from the company to expand the company. They started expanding this company in Japan. Gradually, the company started spreading up. And within a twinkle of an eye, the whole Japan, the company was located in many places. And right now, when we are talking about Japan Motors or Toyota company, it's now located in around the whole globe. So to start up a factory, it's not just putting billions to just put up one structure and say this is a factory. No, my brothers and sisters, we don't do this. So if this factory is collapsing, who are you gonna blame? Who should we blame? Should we blame the workers? Which is actually wrong. But people we should blame are those who did the wrong investment. I always say this every blessed day. Whoever comes on power, whether Nanado, whether Mahama, whether MPP, whether NDC, when you don't put up the right system, still Ghana will still remain Ghana. Back in the days when Kwame Nkrumah said Ghana, our beloved country, is free forever. Let's refer to our social studies book back in senior high school. The reason why Ghana is not developing, one, the reason is what? Change of attitude. We keep on singing this. We keep on singing to this anthem. Ghana can never develop if we don't change our attitude. But how are we changing our attitude? from the leaders to the citizens. How are we changing our attitude? When we wake up every blessed morning, we keep on tagging our leaders of corruption. We keep on saying Ghana is full of corruption. Who is the one making the? Who is the one doing the corrupt act? What's Oriana Patututu? You went to your MP, telling your MP my son of complete senior high school. He need a school to attend. He want to go to the best university. He want to go to the best nursing training. Is that MP a principal or is that MP a university administration? The answer is no. So as you're going to lodge this complaint to the MP, what do you expect the MP to do? How the MP needs to hear power the next 4 years? So he will now go to the principal with the bad result to bribe in order for the guy or the girl to get admission. So sometimes not that the leaders are those corrupt, but we the citizens normally push them to move into corruption. Yes. Principal, I would this kind of command no. You the one sending the money, you are the first corrupted person. Even though you are just an ordinary citizen, but you are the first corrupted person. By a coca, you now you are principal. So before we can do away with corruption, it has to start with the grassroots, which is the citizens. So we are able to change our motive, our mentality, our way of thinking. Then we can change Maragana too. As a big up to all my friends in Salaga, most especially my general prefect Karambani Emmanuel. I call him Mr. Banker, wherever you are. I say good evening to you. Good evening to all my guys in Tamale. I say big good evening to you all. Rashad bro, I say good evening to you bro. Wherever you are, I miss you bro. Good evening to the chief imam of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Usman Nohushar Butu. Good evening to Zaki Wan, the king of Fela, and also the king of Ayaw Newtown. Zaki Wan, the only Zaki with the title Wan. Accra Newtown, Zaki Wan, wherever you are. So good evening to you. Chief Nabasigiri, the chief of Mosi in Greater Accra. Chief Nabasigiri, wherever you are, so good evening to you. Chief Nabazigiri. Alhaji Abongo, the chief of Hausa Newtown. Alhaji Abongo, the chief of Hausa Newtown. Wherever you are, so good evening to you. Chief of Fela, Ismail Adofu in Angola, Accra, Angola, Newtown. I say good evening to you too. The chief of Wangara for Ayawaso, Alhaji Baba Isa. Wherever you are, chief, I say good evening to you.
And I moved there, charged like a battery deep.
Alhaji Tawfiq Momani, the king of boys. I say good evening to you, Alhaji Tawfiq Momani. God richly bless you and your family. Alhaji Tawfiq Ultimate, the owner of Ultimate Groups of Company. I say good evening to you too, Alhaji Tawfiq Ultimate.
No, we couldn't. Me and you can never be the same. No, we couldn't.
Alhaji Kabiru Ajeboye Jobale East Legon Galadima Wan, the chief of East Legon for the Yoruba community.
So dark, how you shine.
I know by this time you are in Mecca doing your Umrah. Alhaji, wherever you are, so good evening to you.
Man, there's nothing funny. You wasn't there, can get nothing from me.
Achabela Yahadin.
When I was locked down with it,
wherever you are, so good evening to you.
Mama, just pray.
Ajari Sika to Vanda Poida Ya Alode of Ghana. You and your husband, wherever you are, so good evening to you all.
I bet they ain't real. Look at my eyes, you can tell I'm
the chief of Alajo, Niamajo.
Taking drugs,
wherever you are, chief. I say good evening to you. And good evening to all listeners of Corner Radio. And those of you watching me live on Facebook. I say good evening to you all. God richly bless you. Those of you also watching me on YouTube. I say good evening to you and God richly bless you. Those of you following me on Instagram. I say God bless you all. On Twitter, God bless you. And on TikTok, God bless you.
I feel like an animal, no a good team. After the fortune and fame, but you can get fortune without all the fame. Don't get split like a fraction. Me and my dose, but first get the yapping. Remember days loading up magazine.
This is your one and only educative, motivating, and entertaining show ever. The Street Vibe Show on Corner Radio.
I did some things and gained nothing from it. I was locked down with it, put them chains on me. Mama, just pray for me. I know you stressing, just wait. Don't
I always say this every blessed day. When we go out there, we can see people with abilities. They have the ability, but just that they don't have the certificate. And it's not their fault not to get a certificate, just because of the kind of homes they are coming from. They couldn't get people to finance them to go to the tertiary level to also acquire a certificate. But they have the ability to increase the productivity of the country. So these kind of people, why are we not giving them the opportunity? People completed senior high school, and I'm telling you today what they are doing. Those from the university can never do it. Always when I always say this, they always say, "Oh, street law." You always want to make the like you are trying to underrate the university graduates. I'm also in university, but why do I underrate the university graduates at times? Because I underrate them because most of them don't have the ability. Yes, we are all in the university, but we've seen what people who are not in the university are doing out there. I've seen people who are not in university, who are not into the media schools, who are not in JIJ, but whenever we give them the opportunity to sit on console, they perform more than those of us in those institutions, JIJ and them alive. Next, you want to say, oh, Charlie, yeah, Bobota and stuff. My brother, my sister, it's the truth, and let's say the truth and be free. Somebody I just completed senior high school, and I'm telling you, the fellow can invent something. They are university, you know. Sometimes I don't condemn in the fact that I exclude myself from saying I am university, but we've seen what people in senior high school are doing that some of us can't do it, and that's the truth. We have to just admit the facts. So when government is employing people, you should employ people with abilities and not people with certificates. We've seen people who have completed senior high and today they are what? They are entrepreneurs. We've seen people who went to university and learned business and today they can't even do anything about business. So what are you telling me?
Corner Radio.
So sometimes whenever I'm saying let's give the street hustlers the chance, let's give those who didn't go to the tertiary education the chance. Ghana will focus on the certificate or on the graduates and the graduates, and Ghana is still where it is. So why not giving those with the ability the opportunity to see what they can also do? Sometimes when Bob Marley said that who the cap fit, let him wear it. Who the cap fit is not about certificates. I'm not condemning that when you attend university doesn't mean you don't have the ability. Yes, when you attend university, some have the abilities, but most of them have no ability. Because university, the person that genuine results score. That's why we should ask ourselves, the person that genuine results score. Some of us are just in the tertiary institutions or in the universities just to come out and deceive people with our certificates to get the employment, and when they fix us there, we can't do anything. To increase the productivity in the country is not about Bukulongo. It's not about certificate. It's not about Menameka Brofu. It's not about the one who speak good English. It's about who have the ability to bring out the productivity. No country can move on when we don't have human we don't have good productivity. When we say human resources, we are talking about things that people in the country produce. That's the human resources. That stuff in chairs. Is it 3D opposite and those stuff? University now and people from outside will come here and buy it, but we don't give them the chance because we feel like only certificate. I always say sometimes I sit down and ask myself, what sort of country are we living in? We are living in a very remote. I would not even say like Ghana. We always say we have the population of 30 million population, but still it's like we're just in a remote country. Because we have the people with the ability. We have what takes Ghana to become a comfortable country. But just that we are lacking the good people or people with ability to occupy that position.
What the fuck should I do? They
say Ghana who need masters, who need degree. I
dey shop like I'm mad over myself.
Those who have the degree and the masters are there and up to date. What are we getting from it?
iPhone 12. Rap them in 20 months. Me a best rapper for life. So if you say
say you are blaming the citizens. You say you are blaming the youth. You are blaming the young guy out there who is working every blessed day for his own daily bread. That he's lazy. Then I'm telling you, then you don't know the reason why, or you don't know what you are standing, or you don't have any motive to say any young person is lazy.
Chicken fillet, where be that? Pizza man, where be that? Hey, technically, you niggas know be technically now.
No youth is lazy. Just that the system we are running in the country is not favoring the youth. Correct. Or the system we are running in the country is not favoring Ghana.
What doing them mentality? Me a fancy. Me tell them I doing yes, I mean boy.
Ajaji age is also say more fire. Make out to you Ajaji age.
Sabono, I was some chira rap no be to me rap you. So me style no high BBC.
So my bro, my sis.
Hey. Yeah, G3 well about
my brothers and sisters out there,
Miami.
If you have the degree,
chairman be a chairman.
You have the master. Doesn't mean you have the idea. Idea no see yes, you can have your degrees and masters. Let me tell you one scenario.
Spectacular.
One of my friends in the hostel, he told me that he was like he's in a company working with that company.
My day on fire like
and one guy came there with his degree, like his masters. So the guy was holding masters all right. When the guy came, they have to tell them my friend to drop from his position. So the guy with the master to take over the position. So the guy also dropped from his position, and the one with the master took over the position. And the company's productivity was now running down. They keep on asking, we were close to on the masters. How come the company is now coming down instead of it to progress because he is having masters?
Just a man recipe.
Not knowing that he have the certificate, but he don't have the ability. But the other one who they made him withdraw his position for he the one with the certificate to take over had the ability, but he don't have the certificate.
Yes,
so at long last, the one with the ability have to go back and take over his position, and the one with the certificate have to be sacked. So in life, certificate is different from ability. You can have that certificate, but you have no ability. And you can also have the certificate and the ability at the same time. And you can also have the ability without the certificate.
Like 7 days. Everybody wanna act.
So before you can acquire a government position, it shouldn't be like you have to go to university before. When you hear SS Cry, you can read and write.
Never be rich.
And you have the ability that should give you the chance.
Watch anytime boy tick. We're gonna anybody tick. See your phone, you can pass and la hustle. Come them promise you which I mind from you got time mind or what mind.
So today you the one watching me right now. You the one listening to me right now. Never blame the youth. Never blame every hustler that he or she is lazy. But you have to blame the system in which Ghana is running.
Yes, your time.
So the system is the lazy system.
Yes,
but not the youth out there are lazy. Nipani in a circle. For you, Jumadin. For you, daily bread. Now you are working, the youth are lazy.
Yes,
How many people working in the government sector do we have in our community? You can mention a whole lot of them, and they are very rich. How many companies did they ever put up to say let's employ people? That's the question you should ask yourself. Why will he do it? Because he feel like when he employ you, you come and take over from him. And this is what Ghanaians we are lacking. You don't teach a student to be more than that student. It's never obvious. We all teach our students to be more than our students to be more than us. So right now, my lecturer who is teaching me in school shouldn't expect to be more than me, but he should be expecting me to be more than him. And this is making me a good lecturer. But here is the case we are in Ghana that our leaders don't want we to be more than them, but they want us to be under them. So how will you call you such a person a leader? If you don't want those under you to be above you, what shows that you are a teacher? And this is what we don't want the next generation to also come and continue with. So if you are a brother out there and you have money to invest into business, my brother, my sister, invest that money into that business. Never underrate the little amount of money you have. 500 Ghana cedis can become a big company tomorrow when you invest it into a proper business.
Airplane mode, fly down a poster.
Invest your money into businesses and employ your brother. Don't employ people with certificates without abilities. Employ people with abilities and employ people with certificate and ability. If the fellow have the certificate and ability, it's kudos to you. And if the fellow have the ability without the certificate, still pick the fellow. Don't I always say God has put everything in place for us, but just that we don't understand how God do his things. On judgment day, Nyamin can say for our certificate, bra. All can say we are masters in Tibet, have our masters, bra. But all God will say is what you reap is what you sow.
Man, on my time different. Living a balance, no competition. We won't crash on the ass kissing.
So we keep on ripping graduates. Or we keep on sowing graduates and sowing graduates. And what we reap is very poor. Now let's sow people with abilities and see what Mother Ghana will reap. What I'm trying to say is let's employ people with abilities. Depending on senior high now ability, now give him the opportunity. Depending on junior high now ability, now give him the opportunity. Not that the fellow should go to university and come out before you feel like this fellow need the chance or the opportunity. This is not what we should be doing. Minyasika men sign from the Marco Flake. For the young guys out there, Minyasika men sign on. And I know God is surely gonna give you guys the money. My DJ will be joining me into the conversation. Whatever I say, my DJ is coming, my DJ will be laughing. DJ will be so whoever is there saying me per money, God is gonna give you money. I'm awake, I didn't pray. I'm a DJ, so what did I film my DJ? Whatever I give my DJ the opportunity to talk, I'll be dropping long words. Motivated, like motivational speech. Oh, yeah, motivational speaker, sorry. System, are you woman better than fa? The money we've set for the money and still it's not coming. The kind of system we are in, how will the money come? So as I told you earlier on, now you can get to know who you should blame. No one should blame any youth out there. No one should blame any SS graduate out there that were here SS Uncle University. People have completed SHS and what they are doing, people with degree masters can never do it. Anti-Cratchy, who masters in Chirase, you know everything. What I got a young boy, I just can't and far. Jumana say and far. This year we go fly back on holidays for Dubai. And to your money. This is from the Mount Quaker Flake. Indeed, yepe money. We need money. Because everything is hard and tough here. DJ Roof Fages.
Trust Lord.
DJ Roof Fages.
Trust Lord GH.
Man number one DJ.
Bakupe.
What's up?
Yeah.
What they run for town?
Yes, another blessed, beautiful, wonderful Saturday. Another edition of the Corner Street Vibe Show.
Yes.
As always, you know how we've been doing on Saturdays. We do it the street and the getaway.
Yes. Yeah. So DJ Rufji, let's like today we are talking about who should be blamed.
Who should be blamed?
Yes, who should be blamed in terms of what we are facing in Ghana? Who should be blamed? Is it that the youth should be blamed because they are lazy, or the system that we are running is not favoring we the youth?
I would say the system that we are running now is not. It's really not favoring the youth.
Yes.
Youth, just because we always depend of. Let's say someone need that employment, or we are depending on go and bring your papers, go and bring your certificates, and all that. We don't think about what the people can do. We only think of the papers that the person has. This is one major thing that is, disturbing the youth.
So DJ Rufji, so right now let's say Obi, if someone is from the street and the fellow comes to your company to seek for employment, we be saying, I'm just a street hawker or a street hawker. Will you be ready to give the fellow a business?
If that person is,
yes.
If that person is, you said.
If that person is just a mere street boy or street lady, then maybe the fellow comes to your company to say, bro, or let's say, boss, I need employment in your company. You ask the fellow, what sort of work, or where have you ever worked before? Fellow said, no, I've never been in any company. So what do you do for a living? I'm just a street hustler.
I'm just a street hustler.
Yes.
Oh, just come. Try it and let's see whether you can do it or not.
Just come, try it, and let's see whether you can do it or not. But here's the case where in a country that when you come and say I'm a street, like I'm from the street, I'm a street hustler, they say, oh, you street hustlers, you are the criminals. You street hustlers, if I even put you in my company itself, my company is gonna run down because you have no certificate and you have no idea on how to run a business.
I mean, stopping them from the work will even make things worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you also think like, okay, let's put this, I came up with this agenda that if every rich man in every community, every MP in every community is able to put up even one room company, let's say company is not about, let's say, oh, we have these machines we used to do slippers, filing machines, and those stuff, those kind of machines, put at least 10 of them in a room, employ just 10 youths to start doing these slippers. We have one slippers we call Yendi wear. Like these Yendi people, when you go there, they are doing those kind of slippers. They do bags and those stuff. Do it cross, even do some half shoes and all those stuff. You have a community where all these kind of talented youth are out there.
Thick ties.
Yes, thick ties. That you can wear it for a whole lot of years before it will spoil. They are doing it, and they are doing it in a very nice way. That this time when someone is even wearing, it's hardly for you to identify that this is what the fellow is wearing.
Yeah.
They've modernized those things. So if every MP, every rich man in a community is able to at least mobilize the youth, just one room, get those machines, put the youth there, let them start something small. By 2-3 years time, would it expand for another people to also join that business?
It will expand.
And gradually, would it become a big company?
Company.
Or even if you are not doing that one too, let's say you have a tailoring shop, you are able to put, now this time we have youth out there, go to Tamale and see somebody will go to boutique just to snap a clothing, the dress picture, just to snap picture and come and do something same to the dress. That even if the fellow wear it, you ask yourself, you even think his own is the original one, and the original one is the fake one.
It's a fake one.
I've seen them doing it. I've seen people sewing jackets, like you wear that jacket and come out, and the people will even say yours is original than the one they saw in the store, and just Ghanaians who do it. And sometimes they even
they don't show t-shirts.
Yes, they don't show t-shirts.
T-shirts and Lacoste.
Everything they saw it. But
go to Accra.
But now what they want is where they'll get the machines. The people have those talents. They have that skills, but no machines for them. So if this we say we are putting up 1D, 1F or those stuff, it's a good initiative. But we don't have the money as a country to just put up a very big company and start operating. But what we can do is let's share it. Let's say Greater Accra region. If you are going to rent one room and rent one room or even a shop which is somehow bigger, put up machines in it, employ like 20 people to start the work. Gradually it will be productive. The money they are getting, give them their share, use the rest to expand the business. Before a year will come, the 20 will be what? 40. Before another year will come, the 40 will be 80. Gradually, you are employing more. Before it will get to 10 years, the company is now a standard company. But let's say we put millions of millions. Will not do that.
I don't know why.
Let's put millions of millions to bring up just a single company. Company now shall say you are employing per 1,000. How will we pay them when the company haven't started generating income? How are you going to pay them? Yes. We've constructed a very big company, employ thousands of people. Company now it is getting money. One man to do so where is the company gonna pick that money? That means that now going back to government casket to pick money and come and pay those people. And when they get to know that no, as Adiano, you discovery baby by the shame and still the thing is not productive, now a giant company no good, and that's what is affecting our economy. So, since kind of government big company about we can use that money to bring about 50 companies.
More than 50 companies.
More than 50. On a very small scale. Let's move to our villages. We have people, places that we have this abeg that we can do our own Zumi. Export it to places like Nigeria, those African countries. We can export all those things, but we underrate those companies. Oh, now I'm then.
Export them to abroad and.
We have places in the northern region. When we're talking of rice production, they have good rice, this brown rice. Go to the international market and see how they value brown rice. Come to Ghana and see. Nobody even want to take brown rice. So if we are able to get at least one room to just put up, let's say one room and storeroom, just one room or a storeroom. All those having the brown rice, bring it here. We'll buy the brown rice, refine the brown rice, and bring it to the market board. If you move to outside, they value brown rice more than their own rice. Right. So at least you can say Ghanaians will not eat brown. They are exporting brochure. 1 year to come, where will that company reach? DJ Refugee, I carry your 4 minutes. Your person did too much. Right now, we get to know who we should blame and who not to blame. The DJ Refugee. What do you have to tell every youth out there? We be our blame. We say we be our blame. Youth be our one thing, and then our catch them. Sorry for using that word. We be our blame. We be our blame. Economy in the blame. Then you pay woman. DJ Refugee, let's go.
You should just keep the hustle on with prayers.
Yes.
And determination.
Yes.
That's what I have for them.
With prayers and determination, they should keep the hustling up. Okay, DJ Refugee, thank you very much for another motivational, motivative speech. Thank you very much. Okay, to our listeners, you've all heard from my DJ. Let's all put up hard work. My brother, my sister, we don't have to imitate laziness because what? Laziness brings poverty. We have to stand up, work harder, and make money, and say no to laziness. I always say, the youth out there, we are not lazy, and not what they are saying will make us lazy. We will keep on working so hard to get our daily bread. No youth is lazy, and no youth is gonna be lazy. I go by the name Lord Official, aka the Ghetto Youth Journalist. And I wanna say thanks to my sponsors, Fumata Group of Company, which has been divided into 4 main categories. We have the barbering salon, the fashion design, the cosmetics, and the supermarket. Location Fumata Group of Company in Accra, Newtown. When you get to Accra, Newtown, out of the Keteku junction of the Mafia's Parliament, the moment you get the Acts of the Paradise Base or Alaji Baba at Tarmox and see all the shops in order. We also have Asma Global Limited, the #1 boutique in Ghana and beyond that deals with all kind of clothing, whether male or female, any kind of cake at all you want, any kind of suit at all you want, whether Italian suit, American suit, sunglasses, bands, wristwatches, chains, and all the stuff. Then you need to roll with Asma Global Limited and get the best outfit for yourself. We also have Salah Shoes and West, who also deals with children's products. I always say the #1 kiddie boutique in Ghana and beyond. If you want to get the best children clothing for your kids from the age 0 to the age of 18, then you have nowhere to look on, as I recommend Salah Shoes and West for you. Locate Salah Shoes and West in Accra Newtown, Accra Newtown, Keteku Junction, opposite the Mafians Parliament. That's where Salah Shoes and West is located. We also have Unique Bakery and Deco, the #1 decorators and the #1 cake bakers. They are also located in Accra Newtown. If you're having any event and you want to decorate your event place, then you have nowhere to look on, as I recommend Unique Bakery and Deco for you. We also have Harlem Ring International School, the #1 international school in Ghana and beyond. Over there we admit kids from kindergarten to junior high school. We also have well-equipped ICT lab to make sure your kids are well equipped with the knowledge of IT, because nowadays everything in life is all about IT. If you don't know IT, challenge is never gonna be easy. We also teach foreign countries such as French. You know, French is now taking over that country like Ghana, which is surrounded by French or Francophone countries. We need to also learn French in order to get in touch with other French countries, so that when we are trading with them, it will be very easy. So if you want your child to learn French and your son to be a wizard in terms of IT, then you need to carry your children to Harlem Break International School. Since from kindergarten, we equip this knowledge into them. So before they get to the junior high level, then everything is JJ. Locate Harlem Break International School in Accra, Newtown, Odocho Street, Street. Then when you pass on Odocho Street, just ask everybody you are going to Harlem Bridge International School and they'll direct you there. To my guys in Nigeria, I say Hair Affair Salon is the #1 hair salon in Nigeria. All ladies have been rushing there to get their hairs done. Hair Affair Salon, which is owned by Madam Kende Ajiboye, is located in Abuja, Nigeria. Benson Utako Lane. When you go to Abuja, Nigeria, Benson Utako Lane, just move to plot 6. I don't want to lie. Is it plot to look at me. But when you go there, just ask of the this is Utru Plaza. The moment you get the ask of Hair Affair Salon, and they'll direct you straight to Madam Kende Ajiboye. And I want to use this opportunity to say big thanks to everybody who has monitored this program. Those of you who listen to me on Modern Ghana, on the Corner Radio app. Those of you also who stream live on Facebook. Those of you also want on YouTube to watch. Those of you who also follow all our social media channels. I say good evening to you and God bless you all. My go by the Nation Lord Official and big ups to my DJ of G, my producer Haja GH. If God willing, tomorrow same time from the hour 7 to 8 we'll meet again. But as I'm leaving, Gig City Show will be coming your way with your lady Pretty Hina. Then after that, Feelings Oyeyat will be coming your way. I told you every Saturday is more or less like entertainment, joy and happiness in the studios of Corner Radio. Bye bye for now and stay tuned to Corner Radio.
Me no dancer, you for tell my bro. As you dey my back, I will show you love. Baby, I cover, let to be I cover. All day we bugger, and it's time for your tongue. See if you feel any